Jessica Rich and
SiGlamor.
Hey, so excited to be here and just talking about our life after the singles house. So last night we got an opportunity to go to a singles event, and that was the first intentional singles event I've been to since returning from the singles house, which I don't really call me ever going to one within the last several years anyway, but whatever.
I've never been to one.
But yeah, one of the DJs here in Dallas has been hosting some singles mixtures, and we went out, and I think we had a good time together. But I'll start off with just talking about like actually going out and thinking about it. And after being in a singles house, like, did I have any expectations or like open to meeting anyone? And I really don't think I was like intentionally thinking something like that will happen. For me, it was just an opportunity to get out and to mingle with other singles, and that could be men or women. So that was really my goal going into it. But it felt weird that I went to the singles house, we had these amazing conversations, and then it's like, all right, now you're about to go out and actually be around singles and probably single men. Like, where's your mindset at? And I don't really think it was just cool. I was like, okay, just gonna check it out. What about you?
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, it was just like, let's have fun. Let's just hang out and have a good time. It was more of like, felt more like just like a girls' night, like, and the guys were there, but it felt more like girls' time, girls' night out. And it's definitely not the singles house, it wasn't that type of vibe or anything. So
yeah, for sure.
Unfortunately, but I think with events like that, it's nice to just, like I told myself before I got there, like, I'm just going to go in with, no expectations or anything. Just go and have fun and just live.
Yeah. Well, Dallas for sure, like, and I told you this last night, Dallas got the DJs.
Yeah.
So most restaurants like have a really good DJ. So it was good the DJ was there. It definitely helped with create the mood and the vibe. But I didn't have any expectations too. And I think sometimes as singles, when we think about some of these events, like, we go in with that mindset, like, okay, I want to meet somebody, like, I gotta meet someone, and I feel like you may miss the opportunity to just like enjoy the environment, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like we did get the chance to like laugh, giggle, to some of the questions, do some stuff, people watching, but then also see others, kind of interact, but with the expectation of going in like, I gotta meet somebody, I want to meet someone. I think that can really, really deflate you if you don't talk to anybody. So I usually don't go out in general and have any expectations like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I noticed some people were leaving, early, or, whatever the case may be, but I think definitely go into it just positive, not expecting anything. Just like you would any other day in life. Like, just don't expect, just don't expect anything. You don't have to worry about, getting too far in.
Yeah.
Worried about things that you can't really control. So we had a good time. The DJ was awesome. Like, I was hearing all these songs. I was like, wait, what's this song? What's this song? And Jessica's like, yeah, this is Dallas, So it's like, it's different than Austin. So I was just really enjoying myself. It was a great night. Like, we had a really good time with each other. The food, not so much. Should you talk about the food?
Well, no, you can talk about it because, when
the food was okay.
Yeah. I think when restaurants have the limited menu, a lot of times it limits the options, right? Yeah. And you may not be able to pick from one of the most popular or tastiest dishes, when you limit it like that. So no, call it out for what it was.
Yeah. Okay, so the event space was super nice. It was really pretty. The food didn't match the space. I'll say that.
Yeah. So since the singles house, like, do you feel like anything has changed for you now, like, just based on that experience and walking in your single season? Do you think you've changed anything, or you have a different outlook just on your day-to-day?
I feel like I have a more positive outlook than before. But not necessarily, like, I still have my, my own personal opinions about everything, but I definitely have a more positive outlook when it comes to some of the, the negative sides of dating and men. So just being in the singles house and, bonding the way we did with everybody, I feel more positive. I just feel a little bit more just hopeful, like we were talking about yesterday, more hopeful.
Yeah.
But also, I don't know, in the same sense, it's like, I don't want to say that I'm, my expectations are higher, because they already have been high, but as far as like the type of, person that you want to, be with and that you want to attract, but I don't know, like, not that you're just out here falling for the okie doke, but it's like, you can't, after being in the singles house, it's like, we know what's up now, so it's like, hey, like, no, there's nothing else that, anybody could say or tell me. Like, I literally heard it from the horse's mouth.
Yeah.
Like, straight up from the guys. So, come with it or not,
Yeah. I think it's good. It's funny you said, like, your expectations are higher. Are they higher, or is it just like, for me, it made me think as soon as you said that, like, are my expectations higher, or it being in a singles house, did it confirm that my expectations are not too high? And that's what I walked away with.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
You worded that perfectly. Yes.
I was like, at their age, right? So there's an age difference, but at their age, to have that mindset, just imagine where they're going to be at 36 and 40. Mm-hmm. So it definitely, for me, just affirmed me to say, like, your expectations are not too high. Even though we didn't always necessarily agree on everything, right? We all had different perspectives. But it definitely made me say, like, you know what? At this age, look how powerful these men are having conversations in their outlook and what they want to do to lead, provide, and protect. You're not asking for too much. That's how I feel. Like, you are not asking for too much, and you're not being unreasonable.
Yeah, you never were. You were never. None of us. We were never asking for too much. So hey, it is what it is.
Yeah. Okay. One thing I feel like, so just leaving a singles house, about being open. So, I think this is a topic that comes up quite a bit, and I won't go into too much detail because I want to leave it to the actual singles house, but being open-minded in general about dating. Like, as I entered this year, at the beginning of the year, I felt like I had put myself in a position where I am emotionally, spiritually, and mentally in a place I'm ready to open a date. And, in the past, I have, black men has always been my preference, mm-hmm. right? But I definitely feel like now in this season, I also am really open to the fact that, if I meet my partner and my husband, whoever he is, like, I need to be open to that. And I think that definitely, to me, being in the house just confirmed that for me as well. Like, you don't have to be so strict in one way, because I don't know what my partner or my husband is going to look like. And I don't want to be so stuck on certain things that I miss out on my blessing.
Yeah, I think that's really important. Like, for all races, I feel like, don't limit yourself to that. Hardships definitely can occur, but if that's your person, that's your person. Yeah. I feel like we shouldn't close all those doors and just say we have to, stick to this or stick to that, or, worry about what other people are thinking about it. I feel the same way. Like we don't know what the future holds, so I'm not gonna limit myself.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that. So, would you do something like that again? The singles house? Like, would you be open to doing? It's so many, there's so many dating shows, right? Yeah. You got the one with the pods. I can't think of the name.
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. Ultimatum. Yeah. So there's so many now. Like, would you be open to doing one like on that type of platform where like it's actually intentionally blind dates? Or even the other one was like different partners who were at their, deciding if they wanted to leave the relationship. So like, would you ever do an actual dating show like that?
Not like the Ultimatum.
Okay.
Where these people are kind of on rocky roads and barely hanging on. Like, I would definitely not want to be involved in that to be someone's second choice or anything, or however the craziness. Like, I don't want any parts of that. Like, dating is hard enough as is, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want to have that extra drama in my life. I feel like it should be, it has to be easier than that, like more natural. Just, not to say dating is easy, but I'm saying I feel like that's just making it harder for ourselves. More heartache. Now, like, a different type of dating show, yes, I will be open, but that depends on the people behind the scenes. So it depends on who's producing it and what their ideas are and what they're trying to portray. So I feel like with things like that, we just have to be very careful that we're not putting ourselves out there, for destruction. So it really depends on who's in control of that project. Because with the singles house, I feel like I couldn't ask for anything better. Like, that was as close to perfection as I feel like. I feel like that's as close as you can get to perfection, is like how we all came together. And I think that's because of who was behind everything. So I don't know. It depend. It really would depend. But I wouldn't mind doing another singles show.
I felt like going in, to your point, like, knowing that Tony was behind it, you know what I mean? Like, I knew, like, okay, it's not gonna be any mess.
I felt safe.
Or drama, yes. And even though, we created a safe space amongst ourselves, but I think he definitely set the tone without even physically being there.
Yes, and that says a lot, right? Like Tony wasn't even there, and I still felt safe. I just felt at peace. Literally in a house with strangers. And that's not my personality at all. Like, but I felt literally at peace with the situation because of the way, the way that everything was going. And I don't know, it was just something different about this. So I don't know, I feel like any other show would really, I don't know, it'd have to be something special in order to top our experience that we had. Because look at us now. Like, I met someone that also lives in the same state as me. Like, we're close enough that we can, like, hang out and get to know each other even more. Like, and it's really rare, I feel like, to have, a good friendship. So just the fact that we were all able to just do this and get along, even if even if all the friendships don't last forever, the fact that we were able to have a friendship in the house to complete something that's going to live on forever, like, that says a lot. Like, I think that's really cool.
And you're right, like, there's seasons, right, when you come to people in your life, but I feel like even all of us are really supportive, right? Because the guys have things going on. So I feel like we're all trying to support one another in whatever we're doing. Either that's, through social media or just support, verbally or whatever. But I do think it has created an environment where we could be able to do that. And I don't know if that happens in some of those other shows that come with some of that drama and mess, because everybody has certain intentions coming in. I don't feel like the vibe was anybody was trying to intentionally start something.
Yeah, and a lot of those people that, once the show ends, they have a lot going on, like, because they were portrayed in a way that like a whole other person, like, who they weren't or who they didn't want to portray. But once they edit the footage and put it together they want, what can you say? You're not in control of, what they're gonna do. So that's why I feel like people have to be really careful about going into situations like that. Just, like, know who you're working with and, like, get enough information first before you sign off on something like that.
That's yes. No, make sure they're aligned with, like, your purpose and what you want, you know what I mean, and what you value. But I do think that for sure that's something that's important in the perception pieces. Even though I felt like I portrayed, I was real and authentic, but I still question, like, you know, how did this come across? Was I too harsh?
Yeah.
Did I say this the right way? So as I'm watching the episodes, I'm like, I want to hear myself, like, maybe let me make sure I worded this the way that I intended. And it's good to just kind of hear it back, because I'm like, you know, don't drag me in the comments.
Yeah, and it's hard, like, once it starts setting in, like, oh wow, you know, like, you don't know how people are gonna take things.
Yeah.
You don't know if you came across the way that you wanted, you know, to come across. So I don't know if all of us are worried about that, but I know I was thinking about that too, hardcore.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. It takes a lot of courage, like, you know, but we have to pat ourselves on the back for that. Like, it takes a lot of courage to do something like that.
Yeah, do a lot of courage and know that there's a potential audience of over 1 million or 2 million, if you think about it, just with his platform and his reach in general.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't know where it can reach or who to impact. But yeah, it does take a lot of courage to be able to put yourself out there, if you're being vulnerable or not.
Yeah, I'm glad that we all jumped out there.
Yeah,
and did
it
that.
happen.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? Okay, so Singles House is wrapped up. It's been about 2 months.
Yeah.
It's been 2 months.
Time has flown.
So thinking about the rest of the year, like, is there anything that you want to be intentional about when it comes to your single season?
Boundaries.
You know, I love to hear that.
Yes. Yes, boundaries. That is my theme at this point in my life. That's boundaries.
I love it.
Yeah. I don't know. I've learned so much though, being in the house and, you know, picking everybody's brain. So, like, I can't say it's just boundaries. But for this season right now in my life, I'll say that it's really important to tackle that. I think it's important.
You know, I'm an advocate for that. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
boundaries just, it plays a part in like so many different areas of your life. Romantic partners, relationships with family, friends. So like, once you like really get a good feel for that, I'm telling you, you're never gonna go back.
Yeah.
You won't go back. So I'm happy for you, because that's always something I feel like is important for anybody wherever they are in life.
Yeah. I don't want to start a whole nother conversation or get off topic, but I feel like, at least from my point of view, boundaries isn't something that I ever thought I would have to work on though. Because with me, like, I'm not a pushover. So when I think about boundaries, and I don't know if anybody else thinks of it this way, but when I think about boundaries, I think about, you know, someone being a pushover, you know, the people that you have to stick up for, you know, like, don't bully them, don't, you know, stand up for yourself, things like that. So that used to be the only thing that would come to my mind when I hear somebody say, you know, I got my boundaries, or I have boundaries, or something like that. And so now, just discovering that what it really means to have boundaries, it's like a whole new world where it's like no, it's a lot more than that. It's deeper than that. Like, it's so much more to it. But we'll save that conversation for another time.
I think it's gonna be powerful though. Like, if you do decide to like capture your journey through that, and when I first implemented it, like, I was really journaling heavy.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of things I was journaling, and I would journal so you can just like capture and then go back and read like some of the stuff we were going through, because it is going to be an adjustment.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, it's going to be an adjustment, and you want to be able to see the progress, because, you know, you're going to be tested by family and friends, and you got to stick to it. That's the only way you're going to be able to teach them.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't about being a pushover. It's about
y'all
pouring.
Jessica don't play.
It's not about being a pushover. It's
I love it though. Like,
pouring so much into people.
You're on another level with it, and it's been helpful to me. The short time that I've known you, it's already like, no, she knows what's going on. She knows what she's talking about. Like, so I'm just saying I appreciate you ahead of time. I'm just gonna throw that out there for any future reference.
Oh, well, we're gonna be looking for that video from you to talk about boundaries. So definitely lots to cover there. But for me, I think what's most important coming out of the singles house in this part of my single season is like really also just getting back to all the things like I want to get back to. And I know Tony talks about the 3 B's a lot. So brain, brand, and body. And, you know, I feel like the brain piece and the brand I really been focusing on. And then now I'm like, I'm going to focus on my body. Like that is where I am. I'm getting Invisaligns in a few weeks. Which I have been dreading because I lost my retainers in high school and we just never got them. You know, we never replaced them. So over time, I just started, my teeth started to shift. So I'm like, all right. And I just couldn't see myself doing braces again. So I'm getting Invisaligns.
Okay.
Yep, that. And then I'm going to start working back with a personal trainer.
Yeah.
You see the Peloton up there?
Yes.
So like that's like the part that I'm on. And it's not even about trying to meet someone. It's just like, get me where I am, but I do want to just get out more, and this is going to be another topic too. Get out more and get out by myself, like just enjoy myself. That's what I need to do outside of the house, like enjoy myself at some of these places that are around.
I agree.
Yeah.
No, I agree totally with that. Definitely, get out, enjoy yourself, enjoy your own company.
Yeah.
It's not all about dating and trying to, you know, find your person. Just like live your life. You know, enjoy yourself, have fun, and that person will come along whenever they come along, and they'll come at the right time, you know, when you're able to accept them. So I feel like I've learned a lot, like just let things be.
It'll happen.
Yeah, it'll happen when it's ready. So I definitely agree with, you know, getting back out there, working out, you know, personal trainer is a good idea. So
yeah, my phone talking. Yeah, that is like just do some things to get active and get out. That's my focus for the second half of the year. Second half of the year.
Yeah, I've been hitting the gym more too, especially after MJ tore us up. Like I ain't even gonna say how many days I needed to recover after what MJ put us through, because I was just in so much pain. Like it was a different type of workout. Like I was like, wow, this is hitting spots that I didn't even, you know what I mean? Like it was a lot. It was a good workout though.
Can we talk about that though? So I packed for I think 3 days of working out, because I think we would have actually like 3 mornings there. And when we did work out, it was supposed to be a beginner's workout. And you know what? I worked with personal trainers before, and it's never a beginner's workout. And it took me like 3 days before my legs started feeling okay. And that's not 3 days. Longer. No, I'm saying that's 3 days after the house, not after the workout. And then everyone that was on the second floor, like I had after the workout, I stopped on the stairs and I just was waiting. And Caleb was like, "Do you need help up?" And I was like, you know what? When I get home, I got my own stairs. So I need to be able to get up. And I just stood there and I'm like, oh my God. So Mr. MJ, you are the real deal, but there was nothing beginners about your workout.
Yeah, he lied to us.
Yeah. Oh my
gosh. He tore us up. But I mean, it was good though. It was good to just like, you know, you have to just put your not just your mind, but your body, everything. Put yourself through things like that, you know, like just so you know, hey, I'm capable of doing this. Like, so it was good. Another good bonding moment for us.
Yeah, well,
I can't wait to see the meditation part.
Yes,
because I missed out.
Yeah. Hopefully we get to see that.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's captured, but that was something that I thought was, it's funny, like we decided to do certain things that we really were like, at moments, like kids in high school, you know what I mean? Like very childlike in some things, like our interactions, which is not saying like we're childish, but I do think that it's fun to like, I think it's good to have fun. Like we were in Publix, you know what I mean? We were throwing stuff in the cart, but then like just even think about how we were going through the aisles and basically like very childlike. And then the meditation, like leading up to the meditation was a whole trip. But I hope that is captured because I thought that was pretty powerful.
Yeah, I just
you was done. You were done.
I felt bad because it's like, MJ, this is not personal. I felt so bad. But it was just I needed more time. MJ asked me 1,000 questions. And it was like, okay, MJ, just give me time, but I also don't want to hold y'all up. That was my whole thing. I wanted y'all to be able to start whenever y'all needed to start. And he was insisting on waiting and waiting and waiting.
He was.
And I was like, no, like, it's okay, I'll be okay. He's like, what did he say? He was like, you don't meditate? You don't like meditating? And I was like, well, actually, I've never done it, so I don't have anything against it. Like, I felt so bad. I'm like, man, I hope I didn't hurt his feelings. Like,
he was, I do think that's one thing, like, he's very passionate about. And I think it's probably one of his morning routines. But he wasn't true.
He speaks a lot about it. But
He
like,
wasn't true.
Yeah, so I'll try it out one day,
Yeah. And I will say something for people, because I know this has come up before with me, because I've done meditation. Meditation is like whatever you want it to be. There are some YouTubers who actually do guided meditation on different things. And I know that it's come up to me, like, I'm a Christian, and like meditation can be perceived negatively. Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes
that's why I think he was asking me.
Yeah, so sometimes my meditation is really like positive affirmations, and I could be listening to something that like are playing positive affirmations. I've also done meditation for breathing for anxiety. Mm-hmm. So it could be so many things, but a lot of it is tied into self-care.
Yeah.
Even my Peloton bike, one of the options is meditation.
I think there's different types.
Yeah,
that's what it is. There's so many different types.
We gotta be open to it.
Of meditation out there. So I think you just maybe gotta do your own research
and
figure out which one is right for you.
Right here at KISS for this singles event. How you feeling, girl?
I feel good. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
We're gonna have fun.
Yep, KISS Dallas.
There you go.
Shit, 1, 2.
Good time?
Yes, I do.
Did you see a lot of nice looking guys, or